This channel is for adults and not for kids. Hey guys, thanks for stopping back by. So, with it being Christmas time, and this being a channel dedicated to monsters and horror and science fiction and all that good stuff, I thought I would show you some Gremlins toys today. I always try to watch Gremlins around Christmas time. I think it's a really cool little fun movie with really nice looking creatures, and I like the toys that I have from that movie. So let's get to them. Okay, what you're seeing here is Neca's first go round with the Gremlins action figures. And they were nice. This is Stripe. Non-articulated jaws, the mouths don't open or anything. And the ears don't move. But like I said, this was their first go round with the property. And they have nice sculpts on them. And I still like them. I still think they're really cool. But as you will see, they're not as film accurate as the later ones. But we'll get to those. Anyway, that's Stripe. Basically, he's exactly the same as these three Gremlins, but just with a different head. They are ugly little bastards, huh? Aren't they cool looking? Such a neat monster design. Big expressive eyes. They look like Muppets from hell. That's what I always liked about them. Nice paint work. Nice paint jobs on them. So I've got three of the little soldier gremlins, the non-named gremlins, and then I've got Stripe. Up next is Neca did a figure from the second movie. I forget this guy's name. It might be called Mohawk, but I mean Stripe kind of had a mohawk too, but I think this one's name is Mohawk. I could be full of shit though. Anyway, here's the little spider chemicals that turns him into that really cool looking spider gremlin, where he's kind of like a centaur, except instead of a horse body, it's a giant spider body with this neat gremlin. Now, these sculpts are light years ahead of the ones I just showed you. This is insane. The level of detail on this figure is nuts. Like all the scales and the wrinkles and the folds, and like you can stare at this figure for hours and find new little details. He just looks like this evil, slimy, reptilian beast who's up to no good. I like his colors. That black and red fin. Look at the detail though on this crazy ass thing. Like it's night and day difference between this one and the ones I just showed you. They look primitive next to this one. Neca is always like making cool stuff and then outdoing themselves. Whether it's their alien figures or their predators or their gremlins, just whatever. It's cool, but it's also kind of irritating because you'll get a cool piece and then you just know that 2 to 3 years later they're going to come back with a even better version. But those are nice problems to have. Oops, his little fin came off. It's just a little soft piece that fits into his back. And he's got like this little laboratory scene that he comes with, a little base. It's really cool looking. Okay, next up, I believe this is the same gremlin, I think. Let's see, is it? I'm not sure. He looks a lot like him. Anyway, let's just show the toy. This is another cool Neca gremlin. This one's got an Uzi. I believe this is the same gremlin. Look at the paint job on this thing, though. This one's mouth hinges. You can open and close it. It's a little loose, but whatever. Wild paint job on this dude. Greens and browns, oranges. Yeah, I believe those are both the same monster. I think. I don't know. They look similar. It's been a while since I've seen that second movie, though. I don't like it as much as the first one. It's fun, and it's basically Joe Dante making fun of the whole sequel, the whole Hollywood system of making sequels, and he's just like making fun of his own movie, which is fun. It is a fun movie to watch, but if I have to pick between the two, I like the first one the best. Something that was neat was there was a time in the 80s when these creature films came out, and I don't know if it started with Gremlins or if it started with E.T. Anyway, there was this whole thing of the advertising would hint at this is a creature film, but they wouldn't show you the monster. They wouldn't show you the creature. Like the poster of Gremlins, I believe it was just like a little present with like a cute little mogwai hand coming out, and maybe you saw like 2 eyes inside the present, and they would just hint at it. And the same with E.T. And then all the other creature films that came after it, like what is it? Ghoulies and Critters and all that shit. There was a whole slew of cool little creature movies made with practical effects that came out in the 80s. But there was this whole trend of like teasing the audience but not showing too much of it, And I just remember loving that first Gremlins film, and when you finally saw gizmo when you finally saw the Mogwai. And Mogwai in Chinese translates to demon, basically. When you finally saw him, and it was just so cool. Such a cool movie. Okay, so here we are. Here are the Gremlins from Neca. The second time they went at it. And, I mean, look at these things, guys. These look like they stepped right out of the frickin' screen. Look at these things. These are gorgeous. Holy shit. Look at the bodies. Look at the scales, the skin texture. Look at the inside of the mouth. His tongue, his nasty little sharp teeth. And look at those faces. Na 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 na. I mean, it looks like it's right out of the movie. Okay, so the mouths are articulated. The frickin' ears are articulated. You can make them look, you know, surprised, huh? Where their ears jump up in the air, or, you know, put them back down. Look at the paint jobs on these things. Gorgeous. Little tails. Even the bottom of their feet are painted. Just, let me grab one of the other ones. So, I mean, these are cool, but these look like they stepped right off the movie screen. These are, you can tell these are Gremlins, but these are more like background Gremlins that you would put in the back, and these would be right up front. These look, you know, these are hero Gremlins. These have amazing detail in them. Yeah, these are awesome little toys. Look at the roofs of their mouth. Bully. Awesome. And let's see. I'm trying to get him to stand up on these little 3 toes. So I have these Gremlins in a big Ziploc bag, so I'm not exactly sure of which accessories went with who, but he's got interchangeable hands, so you can hold the Coke or the popcorn, and the popcorn, you can actually take the popcorn out and put it on top of his head, like in the movie. There's a little Donkey Kong game and an Atari 2600 controller. There's the Gremlins video game. So I have 2 of those soldier Gremlins. This one I've got his mouth closed just to give it a different look than that other one. With this one's ears slightly up, just for a different look. Oops. Such a cool design. They're kind of lizardish, kind of frogish, kind of monkeyish. Just such a neat creature design. And then their leader, this badass. This is an amazing figure. This Stripe. Now, here's the first Stripe. And you know who it's supposed to be. Okay, yeah, Stripe-ish. But that, look at that. That is Stripe. That right there. That's an amazing figure. He just looks freaking evil. Look at his face. Bully. And his little mouth opens and closes too. And he came with a shit ton of accessories. 3D glasses, a popcorn bag. Well, shit. Sorry, I have these three, like I said, all in one Ziploc bag. So some of these accessories might not be his. I know he came with the freaking chainsaw. The chainsaw that he went after them with. And that's a neat accessory. And the table saw saw blade that he throws at them. And I believe he came with that skateboard and the cards, but the candy and the beer and the 3D glasses might have came with those guys. I don't remember. But you know, they're Gremlins, so you can share it with all of them. He's an amazing figure. I love that damn stripe. And like I showed you, it's night and day difference between the first go round and this one. This is an incredible figure. I do have I have two Gizmos. I've got him in his little Mogwai form. And he's such a cute little creature. His ears are on ball joints, so you can get a lot of different expressions with him. And then this is his main little feature. Let me see if I can get the... You can roll his eyes around to sort of simulate how they did that with the puppet. There's this little ball that you can control. But, it's a neat effect. It's kind of like a budget version of the Hot Toys eye rolling system, but sometimes it's hard just to get him to look normal because the eyes are so recessed back in those little sockets, and one eye might work. It just takes a little work, but he's a cute little guy. I'm not big on cute monsters, but this one gets a pass. He's pretty awesome. Little Mogwai. And he comes with a candy cane and a horn and his little bow and arrow and a Santa hat and then these different faces. So he's got his little mad Rambo head with the little thing tied around the forehead. And he's got a sad face and happy face. And you take these off, you can put the faceplate on there. But I like him with his standard little sort of standard smiling, kind of mischievous face. I like that one. And this is by Neca also. So he is in scale, with them. This is my original Mogwai, back from the 80s. It's a little vinyl Mogwai. He looks awfully happy though. I think the Neca one looks more like Gizmo, but I used to have a big version of this, probably like a 6 or 7 inch tall one, and then I used to have a big stripe, and I think they were made by LJN. I used to have both of those, and I sold them years ago. It would be nice to get that stripe back, or it would be nice to get one of those back. But in the meantime, I have my favorite Gremlin toy. This big beast. This is beautiful. This is a Medicom vinyl piece. And to me, he works well with that gizmo. About the right size. And this one's cool. Got a lot of neat detail. His little hands are on ball joints. His arms move. His legs move. And his neck moves. A lot of nice detail on him. That's how much bigger he is to the Neca one. They're both cool, but I like this big vinyl one. That's my favorite. Anyway, do you guys like Gremlins? I think it's a really cool movie with some great looking monsters. Done practical. Really cool special effects. Cool movie. Anyway, I just wanted to show these off to you guys, especially now that it's Christmas time. I thought that would be neat. And do you guys have any of these Neca Gremlins? They did make a giant spider gremlin. Neca did. I don't have that one. It is really cool though. These little guys are still cool too. I don't mean to shit on them. I just meant they're not as detailed as the other ones, but these are fun little monsters too. Anyway, all right, my friends, thanks for stopping back by. And I hope you have a great rest of your weekend. And I hope you guys have a Merry Christmas. And I will talk to you later. Bye.